Hey everyone, welcome to RevTrev NFL. Oh no, sorry. What? I've got two channels. Welcome everyone to Kempner Canucks. My name is RevTrev. You just found out about my NFL channel. My apologies. Super Bowl hangover. I don't know. I don't drink, so. Today we're diving in to Canada makes Swiss cheese out of Switzerland. Oh man, that mistake makes me laugh. Canada wins 5-1. 5-1. It's absolutely stellar. This Canada team is so fun to watch right now. They're fantastic. They're awesome. They're incredible. They're all the things you'd want them to be. Okay. They're stacked. You know what I mean? We can just keep going on. They're phenomenal. They're fantastic. They're incredible. They're ridiculously good. They're like anything you can say about this squad is true. It's just like, a lot of people want to talk United States. I saw power rankings today that had the United States above Canada. I'm like, say what? Like, how can you do that? That is just ridiculous, especially because we just beat them at the Four Nations. There's nothing that says that team is definitely going to beat our team or vice versa. So why wouldn't you just go with that power ranking? But no, they want clickbait. They want controversial. So here we are. Okay. So Canada beats Switzerland 5-1. And to be honest, the score didn't indicate the game. Switzerland looked pretty good, and there's a number of NHLers there. Now, the bad news is, and everyone's been talking about this ever since it happened, that Tom Wilson and Fiala got mixed up together on the boards. Tom came down on Fiala's leg. It looks like it's a broken leg. I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on TV, but listen. That looks bad. He broke his leg before, instantly calling for people to come help, got a stretcher, and we all hope he's okay, but it sounds like he's missing the playoffs, and that's not surprising. It's just unfortunate for Switzerland, for Fiala, for the LA Kings organization. This is terrible news. So, so that's happening. That happened in the game. But other than that, Canada just looked dominant again. And what a day. What a play. What plays. This team is stacked. Let's just go quickly to here's the forward lines and the defensive lines and the goaltending. We'll talk about goaltending in a second. But that top line of Celebrini, McDavid, Wilson is fantastic. Hagel, McKinnon, Suzuki. Then you got Marner, Crosby, Stone. And then Seth Jarvis makes the lineup today and plays with Bo Horvat and Sam Reinhart. By the way, I thought Seth Jarvis played really well. Then, of course, Taves and Makar are together. Theodore, to the Morrissey injury, gets the nod there and plays a Parenko. And then Harley, who had himself a game, played as well. So we'll see here. It says that someone's saying my stream has frozen. I hope that's not the case. Let me just look. Hopefully that hasn't happened. Let's go to that real quick. My apologies. Just heading there now, hopefully. Oh, of course, there's a commercial, so I can't find it. Now, it is what it is. It's my own channel, and I have to watch it. I don't know. Do I get paid for that? Oh yeah, no, I can see myself right here. Maybe no. I think I'm good. Okay. All right. I appreciate the message. Okay. It looks all good there. Okay. Let's keep going then. So Thomas Harley has a phenomenal game. Drew Doughty's out there again. Sanheim, notice him out there as well. And the big news is there's no Binnington it's Logan Thompson gets a start. Now, what sucks about that, and let me explain this, okay, is I had just made a video this morning. Someone had, I had seen some information that Binnington had been given the nod for today. So I made a video before work, posted it, and then see that it is Logan Thompson, who played today, and Binnington wasn't even dressed. He wasn't even on the bench. It was Darcy Kuemper. So that was amazing to see this, because I'm like, you know what? You need all these guys getting experience, right? So like I had suggested, what we need to do is play Binnington the first game, second game played Logan Thompson, and against France play Darcy Kuemper. And let me just talk about Darcy Kuemper for 1 minute. Darcy Kuemper, I was excited when he got picked on the stream. This is one of the guys I was hoping that we'd take. He's a Stanley Cup winner with Colorado. You notice all the Stanley Cup winners on this thing? These guys are stacked. This is amazing. This team is so stacked with hardware, right? Awards, championships, all those kinds of things, right? So you're Stanley Cup rings, you've got them here for the most part, right? You've got winners on this team. And that's what they went with. So I'm hoping that Darcy Kuemper gets the nod against France. Why wouldn't you? There's no problem giving all three of these guys opportunity to play. There's no problem doing that. Like, it doesn't hurt you at all. Can you imagine being a third string goalie, getting all excited? You go to the Olympics, and all of a sudden you're sitting there and you don't even play a second. And I get it. Like these guys are professionals making millions, but they're not making millions here. Like this is like, so if I'm Darcy, I'm like, I want to get in against France. I think he's a fantastic goaltender, and it's great to see. So, yeah, it doesn't hurt them at all. France is not going to be a juggernaut. They're solid. They're better than I thought, but they're not going to beat us. And I'm not. When I say that, it sounds so arrogant, but guys, when you look at this team, anything can happen. I understand. And anything can happen. But at the end of the day, this team compared to France, just put in Kuemper. It doesn't hurt you at all. I would back him up with Binnington. And then going into playoffs, my opinion is Binnington is the next goaltender. And what I should have done is had this banner saying goaltending during that entire thing. Okay, well, instead of that, let's just do this. Thompson played fantastic today. There was many times where he made multiple saves. I thought he looked solid. The goal was legit. Nothing he could do on that goal. But it hit his glove, hit the crossbar, came back down, and they put it back in. And so it's like, okay, we'll give you that one. We'll give you that one because they're not scoring more than one against us. And we're just too good. So Logan Thompson had a fantastic game today. I was very impressed, and I was hoping we'd see that with him. Again, feel bad for Fiala. Hope he does well. Hope he recovers soon. But he sure was there. The refs let them play today, though. Did you notice that? Did you notice that? Because there were a number of calls that were not called on both sides. Now, I think Canada was getting away with a lot. Switzerland fans were very upset, and I think rightly so. They should have called more penalties. The high stick Bo Horvat on P.S. Suter. By the way, is every single Canuck great at the Olympics minus Petey? It's like, really, P.S. Suter's playing well, Hronik's playing well, all these guys, all the former guys, playing good, Horvat, all that stuff. Okay, so he got the high stick up on P.S. Suter. And it should have been a 4-minute because there was blood, but he was like trying to spit it out. He's like, I don't want to watch. The ref's like, I don't want to see this, kind of thing. It's like, well, he's either bleeding or it's not. You know what I mean? And so I don't know how that rule goes. I don't know what they're saying there, but it is what it is. So they just let these teams play, and it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. But before we get into too much else, I want to talk about this gentleman right here, and I did not talk about him enough Guys, it's just given that McDavid is unbelievable hockey player. He's an unbelievable, like elite of elite. And we're talking about, if you look at him now, right? If you look at him now, what does he have? 6 points in 2 games. He's flying out there. He's playing fantastic hockey. And he is the best player on the ice for Team Canada. Today, he got his first goal. That was a nice goal he had. Banked it off the goalie. The goalie wasn't in the perfect position. Trying to slide over the post, couldn't get to there. He gets that. He gets all these assists. He's absolutely stellar. And I didn't talk about him enough in the first recap of the Czech Canada game because he had 3 points. He had 3 assists that night. You know what I mean? Like, that's how he has just really been spectacular. Everything that you'd hope McDavid would do, he does. And I mean, maybe you wanted to have 4-goal night or a 5-goal night, but that's just not going to happen on this team. And he's such an elite passer. He's such an elite skater. And he back checks. He does everything you need him to do. Edmonton fans, you're so lucky to have him. Like, honestly, of all years to just suck and just get that first overall pick, and you had so many, and so many turned out to be duds. This one is the one. And it's like he's got a 2-year contract, and it's like, we got to win now or I'm out of here. And I don't know. Are you going to win with them? You better. You got him and Draisaitl. That's another thing. So McDavid's looking fantastic, but the big news coming out of not Vancouver, sorry, my apologies, Canada, is this right here. McDavid, McKinnon, and Celebrini combined for 8 points and help Canada clinch Group A. They're going to move on. They're going to move on. And these guys together with McDavid and McKinnon and Celebrini, 8 points we're talking about now. Together, they scored this goal. It was the first time McKinnon. Now, there is a little bit of concern because McKinnon had what did he have? Like something like 5 or 6 points in 2 games. And he felt like he was having a bad tournament because he hasn't scored. So he throws him on the line with McDavid and Celebrini. And next thing you know, he gets a goal. And it's like, does he need to be like, why can't he drive his own line? It's a good question, but it is what it is, right? So yeah, there's that's going on. But there's so many cool things about this squad, but it's a 5-1 victory. And I want to talk a little bit about McKinnon just for a second, because I love this quote. He comes in and he says, I'm not here to enjoy myself. And maybe you've heard the stories that they're not playing with they're not staying with the other Olympians. They got hotels, and you're like, hey, that's arrogant. No, they're here to win. Like, I'm not here to go and hang out with the other athletes, and I've got a job to do and win a gold medal. And I don't know, like, is that the right thing to do? If I was them, I'd be going out and at least meeting other people, and I'd be doing that. But they want to win that bad. That's how crazy this team is about winning. So I hope they win just for that sake there. But it is what it is. And so, yeah, so there's so much to talk about. Okay, a couple more things I want to talk about, and then I got to call it a day. I want to talk a little bit about Mitch Marner. Now, I just made a video called, and maybe I have a picture here that I can bring out just as I'm talking about Mitch. I'm going to find that other folder. Where's Mitch Marner? Oh, I made this video right here. Okay. And Mitch Marner is better than you think. Talked about it last video, but I want to, Leaf fans are so sensitive. And now I make little cracks at Leaf fans for sure, but they come into my DMs and they're like, wait till he plays in the playoffs. I'm like, guy, he was in the Four Nations Cup. Okay. The Four Nations Cup. And he had the game tying assist and the game winning assist. Then last game, he had the saucer pass that comes over. They're like, one guy came into my comments and he was like saying, having 30 impossible passes that don't work doesn't make him a hero for 3 good passes or something like that. I'm like, actually, it does. It does. Because first of all, he doesn't make 30 impossible bad passes. And then second of all, he's an elite passer. And third of all, those passes do make him legendary. He literally passed it to McDavid and they scored and won the Four Nations. I'm sorry, but he's got the trump card. And then today of all things, he had that glorious pass, absolute glorious pass to Crosby and scores a goal. It was incredible. And so you're watching, you can say something nice about every single guy out there. They're not a well-oiled machine, and they're still growing together. But man, oh man, I think Mitch Marner's way better than people think. And Leaf fans are the worst about him. Yeah, he didn't play. I was like, yeah, maybe it's the rest of your team because Mitch is playing great in Vegas. Just saying. And I think he's going to be. I would not be surprised if the Vegas Golden Knights go to the Stanley Cup final. But I'm kind of still believing it's going to be Colorado. But like that's how good Vegas is. That's going to be Colorado, Vegas, and Minnesota's there. Dallas is there. There's some good teams there, right? So it's going to be a bloodbath. But man, I thought again, Mitch Marner looked great. And so when you're thinking about that, this roster, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good, everyone. Celebrating two games, 2 goals. Harley scores. I just felt like overall it was a great day. Okay, I need to get into a couple comments. Okay, a couple comments. And then we're gonna go from there, okay? And then I gotta call it a night. So Rod is here. He's pumped about this team. Peter says, "Okay, what do you think of the rink? It's shorter but wider." Yeah, weird that they did that. I'm not sure why they did that. Just make it NHL standard. I don't get it. Dave says, "All looks good here." Okay, yeah, that's what I was having from hoping. G, what does that mean? Hey, Japan 4, good to see you. By the way, it's good to see you, Justin. Hoping games get better. Four Nations was a little better, in my opinion. These games against lower countries, hard to watch. I understand. Speaking of which, I just want to mention that Sunday, Canada faces France. So that's at a 7:40 Pacific time. Just a heads up, everyone. It's 10:40 Eastern time. So just a heads up. Okay, back to the comments real quick here. Sensei Dean's in the building. It was good that they experienced a quicker team and just adjusted to that. I agree. Cats and Rats podcast. Switzerland have to give the credit to them. They played well, and Canada can be dominant. Both can be true in the game. Absolutely, I agree. Dave says Thompson needed a shout out to give the coach something to think about. Sure. I think it's Bennington's job to lose anyways. Canadians look good again, Marcus says. Refs really let things go. I agree. Clear the track for Mac. Oh, that's awesome. Darren, bye. Good to see ya. Celebrini was unreal, or was unreal in speed. Absolutely. Mac. Suzuki should go home. What? He's been playing good. Reinhardt is also coaching. I mean, you can on this team. Winning by winning. Yeah, I guess that's another way. Love McDavid, aka McBaby, when he is playing with us. He's only McDavid when he plays with the Oilers. Nathan McKinnon is just awesome and so talented, but McDavid's playing better. What happened to Canada in the Olympics? No gold yet. Dell, that's awesome. Mitch is a stud. Dave, you're right. Leaf fans scared he and his family are out there. I don't blame Mitch at all for wanting to leave Toronto. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Celebrini, McDavid, and McKinnon on one line. Wow. Yeah, it was amazing. Dave, last comment of the day. I got to head out. Without asking, in a game series between the Swiss team and the Canucks, what would the series be? I don't know. Outcome predicted by Grom. I have no idea. 10-game series. Just hope no one gets hurt on our team. I hope no one gets hurt on any team. So, okay, I got to run, everyone. I literally have to go. Thank you so much for being here. It's great. I can't wait for Sunday morning. It's going to be fantastic. And don't forget, everyone, that I'm making tons of content, short form, long form, and hope you have a good day. Of course, always go Canada, go.